What's up, family? It's your brother YT Wake. Up back at it again with another video. In 2025, over 125,000 employees have been laid off from across 1,220 companies in the United States. This includes 141,076 employees laid off from 368 tech companies. Additionally, a total of 3.5 million layoffs and discharges have occurred in the U.S. from January through February alone. Just January through February. We all the way in June, man. I'm looking for the latest facts as of June. I can't even find them on Google. Y'all help me out if y'all know how many people been laid off total this year. It's telling me January through February. Millions of layoffs. This is getting bad, man. It's getting real bad. This is becoming a crisis. Family, you already know what to do. And if you're brand new too, thumbs up this video so YouTube can push this content out. Smash subscribe to join the tribe. And ring the post notification bell as well.
Nice.
All right, let's get into it.
So I just got laid off. And I feel like everybody who gets laid off is always like, oh, I'm on fun employment or I'm fun employed. And I just want to know, when does the fun start? Because I'm not having fun. In fact, the funds are about to be low. I need help.
I used to work for ORR, the Office of Refugee and Resettlement. I was in charge of over 300 children that I myself was responsible for finding placement here in the U.S. They were all undocumented minors. They were also here in the United States, unaccompanied. Their families had sent them here for better lives. I was in charge of their case from the time that they got picked up at the border to the time that I found them placement, whether it was with family, a family friend, or a foster home. And it was part of the procedure to reach out to ICE and let them know where I was sending that kid so that ICE would, be able to track that person down. And I never did that. I didn't give a fuck that it was part of my job because I'm not a fucking Nazi. And I was like, why would I reach out to ICE and let them know where this undocumented person is going? Fuck that. Why the fuck would I do that? I would make sure that this kid that I was releasing into the United States had their immigration paperwork.
So I just wanted to come on here and be really transparent because I had been trying to put everybody onto the IBEW or the IEC with the whole electrical contractor thing. So the company I was working at, I recently just got laid off on Friday. Today is Sunday, so I'm not going to be going to work like I usually do tomorrow. The reason was because there was a lack of work in my company. They said it was nothing toward me or nothing against me, that we just had a lack of work. I wasn't the only one that got laid off. I was laid off with like a whole list of other people. The company I was working for was a minority owned company. I'm not sure if the whole like Trump thing may have affected my company, but I think that's actually one of the reasons why things, could be going downhill. I don't think y'all understand the extent of the situation. Like, I'm going to go to the unemployment office tomorrow, and I never really thought that I would ever have to do that. I get that's how construction is sometimes. But on the bright side, construction is booming over the summer, so I hope to have another job by, tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm still a fucking hairstylist, so I'm still going to be doing hair. I got an appointment tomorrow scheduled to do someone's hair, and I just hope I can get past this. I hope, and I know I can.
Take it back to those basics, family. Take it back to the basics. Those skills always gonna come in handy. Get you a high in-demand skill if you don't got one already. And if you got one, you better take it back to what you already know. Go back to that. Try to get you some clients. Try to get you some customers. Start reaching out to people. Post ads online. Get on Craigslist. Get on Marketplace. Hey, be resourceful, man. Use what you have. That's why it's good to have these skills. She said she gonna go back to doing hair, right? Basically, that's what she's saying. She has a client already, right? So sometimes, you got to get out of that to get into what you were meant to be doing. And sometimes people go up, right? They might go up. She might have a lot of clients moving forward to where she never had to worry about income from a job again. You see what I'm saying? You never know.
All right, quick general thoughts on what's happening right now. Today is June 10th. It's Tuesday, 2025. Just dropped off the company laptop. End of another era. Was with that company for about coming up on 3 years. I was actually due up to get a raise, a cost of living adjustment, I guess you could say. I'd never had a raise at this company, and I was told that one would come, when they were doing the salary reviews in July. But when I received that information, the first thing I said was, well, if I make it to July, I was not in a great situation there, and thinking that I guess I had the foresight even then to say that this job was in jeopardy and that things were potentially would change dramatically. So this was a decent place to stop and get some stability, for the time that I had it. Like I said, the last 2.5, actually almost closer to 3 years, as a matter of fact. But the last several months, the last team I was on was absolutely made my life miserable. Not because of the clients, customers, any of that, just literally the people that I worked with. Did not gel with that team, did not like them, did not want to be around them, listen to them, talk to them, or have anything to do with them. That is not all of them. There's only a couple of individuals who I really had a problem with. For the most part, everybody was pretty chill, but it just wasn't a place I wanted to be. Either way, I hated the work. I hated the job. I hated the work. And it was a temporary thing. It was only supposed to be for a few months, man. I hated it. And so I am relieved that has ended. I'm relieved that I can move on to something else. I am excited for what's next. I'm looking forward to pursuing my own personal business interests, and rebuilding my own brands, and thinking about how I want to restructure my life. So I am not going to rush out and try to look for a job right now. I'm going to focus strictly on my own personal work endeavors, and that is the most exciting part of all of this. So severance on the way, signed my little paperwork, sending the laptop off back to them today, and closing this chapter. Happy to see it go, happy to move on, so excited for the future.
See how that worked? This brother hated his job. He hated the work. It was only supposed to be for a couple months. It turned out it was for a couple of years. Sometimes the Most High will get you up out of there as well. Hey, man, you said it was going to be a couple months. What you doing? If you're not going to get out, I'm going to get you out. I'm going to open a new door for you. I'm going to show you what you were supposed to be doing. I'm going to show you which way to go. Since it seems that you got lost within this system, within this job that was not meant for you. If they don't serve you, they don't deserve you. And clearly this brother wasn't liking what he was doing. He fell right into it. He got stuck in it. He couldn't find his way out. Now he was taken out from that. You see what I'm saying? And he's relieved. So it was a blessing in that.
Let's talk about one of the scariest things that can happen to you as a member of corporate America, and that is the dreaded Teams, Slack, Zoom, whatever platform your company uses, the dreaded message from your leader that says, hey, you have a couple minutes to talk. And it usually comes at the beginning of the day or the end of the day. And the way the environment's been here lately, that message means that there's a high likelihood that something bad's going to happen and you may not have a job after that call. So what do you do when you get that message? I'm going to tell you what I wish I would have done and what I recommend every single one of you do if you get a message like that from your boss. Immediately respond, I'm wrapping something up. Can you give me about 10 minutes? It's going to throw them off guard. You're going to get the 10 minutes, and you need to use that time wisely. You need to forward any emails that you may need to save. You need to grab any contacts that you don't want to lose. You need to collect information that you are legitimately entitled to having before you get on that call with your leader. It may sound shady, but look, too many people have gotten that message and finished it out and had zero access to any of their tools, any of their information, any of the stuff that they would need to move forward to prove the things that they did in their job, to go out and have a leg up when they go find another job. Don't jump on that call immediately. Always respond back with, can you give me about 10 minutes?
The worst part of being unemployed is that I can't shop. I feel guilty going to the store and buying oat milk because I don't have any income coming in, and you're telling me now that I also want to go to Abercrombie, buy a pair of linen shorts. I love their linen shorts. I can't buy those right now. I'm unemployed. All of the promotions emails that I get in my email, straight to trash. I'm not even going to look at them. I'm not looking at them. I want to. Some of them have piqued my interest, but you know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to open it and then be tempted to spend money, because you know what I don't have coming in right now? Money. Because I'm unemployed. You know what else I'm going to do? Probably going to quit the gym, because my apartment has a little gym, and I don't need to go to the big gym when I can just go to the little gym. And if you see me at a coffee shop, just know it's because I have a gift card. I'm not spending my money. Not when I feel guilty going to the grocery store and buying food so that I can live and survive. And I have bills. Oh my God. I have rent. I have utilities. And I still have to pay those. That's crazy.
Hey everyone, it's Jamie Wright, your favorite local Los Angeles labor and employment attorney. I was recently asked a really important question. What is my best advice for someone who's been laid off or let go or terminated from a job? You know what my best advice to you is? Stop crying on the internet. Take yourself offline. Stop the tears. That is the worst thing you could do.
If you've been laid off, yeah, get off the internet. Get off of social media. Don't post no videos crying on social media. People really don't care, right? For the most part. I mean, there may be some people that can help you out. They might be able to give you some advice. That's about it. It might be somebody that can give you a connection to. You never know. So I'm not going to say what's what, but I'm just saying, like, get out the house, man. Get out. Go for a walk. Clear your mind. Enjoy the weather. That's the best thing you could really do. Not be cooped up in the house, depressed. That's never good. To each his own, but if you're going to cry on social media after you get done crying, go ahead and get out.
So where have I been? Why have I not been posting? The honest truth is I am exhausted. If you're new here, hi, my name is Z. I was laid off from a corporate product management role about 3 months ago, exactly 3 months ago today. And it has been quite a journey. I've applied to over 100 jobs. I've stopped counting after 100. And most recently had some pretty good activity. I had a couple interviews, a couple case studies submitted. I have a case study actually coming up next week. Overall, I'm just exhausted. This experience has been so emotionally taxing. I'm incredibly fortunate and privileged to have a partner who is still working and he still brings in an income. But obviously our bills still keep coming on time. There's no pausing on that. And the pressure to find another job, another source of income continues to grow every single day. All that to say, I'm just exhausted. This experience has been just freaking traumatizing. I'm beyond deflated. I'm like beyond numb. But I continue to show up because I can't not show up. I have to show up for my family. I have to show up for myself. I have to show up for the little girl inside of me who would be disappointed if I gave up on this process. And I know I'm close to something. I feel it in my bones. I don't know what it is. But finally, for the first time during this whole process, I have a feeling about a potential next step. It's the feeling I've not had since the beginning. So I feel pretty good about that. All this to say, I've been a little tired. I've been a little burnt out from applying to jobs, from the constant, consistent rejection. And I think it's okay to just sometimes pause, take a break, and escape without needing to tell people why, vanish for a little bit. And that's what I did. I just took some time. And we'll see what happens next.
I've been a stay-at-home mom for the last 8 years, and this week my husband got laid off. And it's more scary and overwhelming than I ever expected it to be. A lot of it feels out of my control, but obviously we knew it could happen. When you only have one income, you prepare for these things, but it kind of feels like we didn't prepare enough. One thing we did do is we have an emergency fund of a few months of expenses that hopefully we don't have to touch, but it's there if we need to. And if anybody has any tips or encouragement that has gone through this, please comment and let me know, because it's rough and there's no telling how long we'll be in this position. If anybody wants me to share other things that we've done to prepare for this, there's a lot, and I'd be happy to share. I know that a lot of people are struggling right now and trying to make ends meet. so I can share what I've learned, and I want to continue sharing what I'm learning about this time too, if anybody's interested. So thanks.
See, now that's a tough one right there. That's a stay-at-home mom. Her husband got laid off. They had one income. Now that's zero. They have no income. I know the husband is supposed to provide, but I do feel as if the wife should still have resources. She should have something to where they can fall back on her if times get hard, right? Maybe she's at home working her online business and trying to get something going, or she's providing resources to help the family. Maybe she's learning how to invest. Maybe she's acquiring knowledge for when times do get hard. Maybe she's taking some of the husband's income and investing it into the financial markets or into cryptocurrency or something like that. She's acquiring a skill. I feel like that's beneficial at this time. That way, if something like this does happen, it's not the end all be all. Now they don't know what to do. He don't got an income. She don't got an income, clearly. So now what can you do, really? You see what I'm saying? These are the times we live in. I mean, I seen both of my people working. When my pops got laid off, my mom had to take everything on the back burner. I mean, she had to put the weight on her back. Then my pops ended up getting another job. It wasn't like what he had before, but those two incomes together made up for that. I'm just sharing what I know, and what I've seen. Because times like this, most people got multiple incomes, 2 or 3 incomes. If you were able to make it off of one, that's great. That's better than good. But one is too close to none. This is why I speak of this. And people don't really talk about this. This is one that people don't really share online. The stay-at-home mom and the husband that lost his job. I'm hoping things weigh out good for him. I'm hoping things work out. But that's a tough one, ain't it? Family, let me know what y'all think about this video, man. Let me know what y'all think about that scenario. Have you ever been in that scenario before? And what did you do as the stay-at-home mom? What did you do to help relieve the stress from your husband? All right, y'all. Peace to my Hebrew family. Shalom. I'll catch y'all on the next one.